All right, so this video might come as a surprise to a lot of you guys, and to be honest, completely understand. For several years, I've been known to be very anti-Godzilla on this channel, but it more so derives from me not liking his fan base. Like Godzilla fans, if y'all didn't know, they can be weird as shit, right? And the weird ones, the annoying ones, they tend to be the most vocal, so it's absolute hell to deal with. Now, this is at least an attempt at objectivity when it comes to Godzilla, and of course, I don't power scale anymore. I really try to look at narratives and do narrative observations. And I recently saw the new Godzilla vs. Kong New Empire. By the way, fucking dope as shit. Shout out to Mini Kong. Everybody trying to tell me he has a name, I don't give a fuck. That's Mini Kong to me, big bitch. Like, that's what I'm calling him. Lil bro is Mini Kong, and he's absolutely him. Don't try to tell me I gotta call him a different name. Shut the fuck up. It's Mini Kong for life. Now, by the way, smash the like button if you haven't already. Get this to 300 plus likes. That would be absolutely amazing. And I'll continue to talk about Godzilla, Kong, and all that. The MonsterVerse in general. Now, the movie was fun as fuck. I encourage everyone to go see it. It's probably my favorite MonsterVerse movie so far, although, admittedly, I could be a victim of the moment or recency bias, but I had a lot of fun watching it. It's probably the most fun version of any MonsterVerse movie I've seen. And while I was watching it, I came to realize that over the years, I've kind of underestimated the narrative dominance of Godzilla, and it's something I would like to address here because, quite frankly, it explains why his fan base acts like radical terrorists, okay? Because they have so much belief in what he does, at least from a narrative standpoint. So let's dive into it. What do I mean by dominance in the narrative sense? Well, Godzilla debuted decades ago, and whether he's fucking up random human cities, or he's fighting other god tier monsters, or he's even crossing over with Marvel or DC, one thing has always been evident and apparent when it comes to the case of Godzilla. Narratively, he's either that guy or he's right up there with that guy, all right? Like, there's no two ways about it. And it explains so much about why, when we see him featured in other content, he's such a beast. Because when you look at it from a typical power scaling stance, sure, Godzilla doesn't have a bunch of shit that scales to Marvel or DC in the sense of MonsterVerse, the Kaijuverse, all that. They don't really show crazy shit. At least not in the sense that, like, would blow you away compared to what comics, Marvel, and DC does. And I get why that frustrates some of the Marvel DC fans, especially given they are prone to power scaling. But when we ignore the power scaling and what power scaling means, when we dive into the narrative of Godzilla, it makes sense. I mean, look at his name, King of the Monsters. You know, that's what it's supposed to be, the God of Monsters. And he is someone who is always within his own verse, and whenever he's being written, he's supposed to be that dude. When Godzilla pulls up, motherfuckers are getting swung on, okay? He might not technically win every encounter he has, but he's gonna spin the block and win again, okay? Like, he's gonna get his get back. And it really opened my eyes, honestly, to this kind of narrative dominance when I had an interview with Steve Orlando. Steve Orlando being the writer of things such as Scarlet Witch, Midnighter. He's worked on a lot of shit. And he spoke on how in Marvel, the editors and the powers that be really have this narrative goal that has to be reached with Doctor Doom. That is, hey, Doctor Doom is that guy. He's always been that guy, and he must always be that guy. So if he takes an L in your stories, at the very least, he has to get his get back, or he has to show he's still that guy. And very much so, this applies to other dominant characters. It applies to Batman, Superman, a lot of times Hulk. Like, this is something that is supposed to be attached to several characters in fiction, the big dogs, the ones that move the market, move the needle. This is the same case with Godzilla. It doesn't fucking matter if Godzilla's in MonsterVerse. It doesn't matter if he's in a cartoon spinoff. It doesn't matter if he's appearing in someone else's comic books. even his own comics, even if he's just going to a generic hell. Godzilla is supposed to be that guy. He's supposed to be a fucking beast. And 99% of the time, he is a fucking beast. He is putting up numbers. It doesn't matter. Like, the regular power scaling shit does not matter when it comes to him. A lot of these cases, he's gonna get the one up. He's gonna get the dub because it's fucking Godzilla. He's literally built narratively to be the king. He's supposed to be that guy whenever he swings on somebody. So I think watching the MonsterVerse in its entirety, I've seen every movie so far. I've read Godzilla comics before. Obviously, the DC crossovers going on with Godzilla. And quite frankly, stepping away from power scaling, it made me realize how strong certain narratives are. It's made me appreciate certain narratives. And in the case of Godzilla, honestly, his narrative is practically unbeatable. And when you compare him to other powerhouses from other verses, other genres, he's up there with the big dogs, you know? Whenever he shows up, he's supposed to get buckets. And, hey, he's pretty much the definition of fuck it, we ball. He's swinging on everybody. So I've grown to appreciate his narrative significance. I've grown to appreciate the dominance of Godzilla. And honestly, I've grown to realize narratively, he's practically unbeatable. But anyways, guys, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Do you agree with me that narratively, Godzilla is pretty much him? Or do you think I'm bullshitting? Do you have a different opinion on his narrative? Do you think he's sometimes that guy, sometimes not? What do you think he's written to be? What kind of narrative standard do you think he has? I'm curious to see your takes in the comment section down below. You can also join my Discord. We do games, prizes, D&Ds, giveaways, and more. And we always talk about shit like this in my Discord. So if you want to get active, get vocal, or you want to come play a game, maybe you want to hop on Helldivers with me or something, hit me up in the server, link in the description, as well as I fix the link in the YouTube click section, whatever the fuck you call it. When you guys jump on the front page, homepage of my channel, you can click on it up in the corner. A lot of people were complaining that wasn't fixed. I fixed it, goddammit, all right? So get off my balls. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. It wasn't easy for me making a Godzilla video or shining a light on him like this, because quite frankly, I've had several interactions with some of his fans that were weird as fuck, annoying as fuck, dishonest as fuck. But hey, get it. They're trying to rep their boy. Maybe in some ways they understand his narrative dominance and they just don't know how to properly express it. And that's okay. That's why Jobbers and Goons, aka Dr. Goon, exists. But yeah, it's been your boy Dr. Goon. Thank you for tuning into this channel. I'll probably be live streaming tonight. If I don't, you'll catch me another time. But yeah, anyways, I'll see y'all later. Peace.